Good morning everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today it's just myself and Louise, and yeah, we were yesterday at Thorpe Park's Fright Nights till 10 o'clock. We didn't get out of the park till gone 11.
Yeah.
And today we've travelled about 100 miles from where we were yesterday, and we're at Paultons Park, which is my personal favourite family park in the country. Like, it tops Chessington.
Here, like even more than Chessington.
Oh yeah,
like
it's
barely any couples.
It's a Saturday today, but I love this park. It's so well kept. Smaller park, but it actually came in like the top 5, I'm pretty sure, of family theme parks in the world in the Golden Ticket Awards, which I thought was quite interesting. Anyway, we're just come through the main entrance, as you saw. And this is what you're greeted by, a nice little area of forest. It's kind of split into 2 areas. You've got like this area, which is where the Lost Kingdom is, and a few other of the big coasters. And over the other side of the park, through those trees, is Peppa Pig World. We don't spend too much time in Peppa Pig World, but we'll show you around it. It's very well themed. They opened Little Africa last year, and they're currently constructing Tornado Springs.
Rides, don't we?
Oh yeah, we do. We do some of the rides, like the Queen's flying car things.
And also the no, that's here, isn't it? The little, when you look at the dinosaurs.
Yeah, the car one. That was good. Yeah, it's the first time I've vlogged from this park on the channel. We did one years ago on Louise's channel.
Like years. It's in
years ago, yeah. Don't go watch that one.
2017, I think it was actually.
So yeah, we're heading straight over towards Lost Kingdom now. We will look at Tornado Springs later on. They basically finished construction of the coaster, Storm Chaser, the Max spinning coaster. It looks really good, doesn't it? We're definitely.
I didn't realise they'd done so much. I thought they were just doing groundwork.
Oh no. We'll definitely be back next year to ride that, hopefully for opening day. If I can get press event tickets, I will try. Anyway, we're coming into the Lost Kingdom now, which is where this Vekoma suspended coaster is. And this is a really good family ride, isn't it, Lou?
I really like the restraints on it as well. It's really
This is what Vampire needs. It needs, obviously, the swinging cars. These aren't really swinging cars. But it needs the lap bars. They're so good. I'm not sure as to whether I can film on the rides here. I'm going to ask an operator when we get into one of the queues. And yeah, we'll see you on Flight of the Pterosaur, which is the Vekoma suspended coaster. So it's 10:30 in the morning and the queues are non-existent, which is good for a Saturday. Hopefully it'll stay like this all day. First ride on Flight of the Pterosaur. That's good though. I like that one. Oh, Louise has found Chucky. They're good, they are.
Last time I came here, the head fell off.
Yeah,
and that's
onto the ground. Just some pretty reasonably priced fridge magnets.
One of these PVC ones.
The thing I like about these family parks is they're not too badly priced. Normally we'd bring lunch to a place like this, wouldn't we?
Yes.
But today we were like, they're so well priced, we're just gonna...
Is it like the Daddy Pig?
Yeah, the like sandwiches.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, they do
It
good
had like
sandwiches
baby
there.
bells, it had kids food, which I like.
Anyway, we've just come off Flight of the Pterosaur, which is literally just over there. There is no queue for it. We could go for a re-ride. Managed to get a POV of the front there. They don't have a problem with filming on the rides. I've obviously got the chest rig on my body here, so it is secure. Anyway, I think we're going over to the car one now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which is like a little just like a not a dark ride, an outdoor dark. I like
It's like
ride.
an explorer ride.
But yeah,
Looking at the different lines.
that was a really good ride. I love that. It's so good.
It does feel so weird not to hold, like, 'cause obviously I always hold on, but it was weird not to have any shoulder restraint.
Yeah. Anyway, like I say, we're going round to I can't remember what it's called, the Dinosaur Touring Company, which is just around here. Again, it looks like it's going to be walk on. As you can see, the level of detail of theming for this park is amazing. This is why this park is better than Chesterton, in my opinion. They put so much more attention to detail. And with what we've seen for for Tornado Springs, it's going to be a good area of the park, a good addition. We'll have a look at Tornado Springs later, see how that's getting on. I can't wait to get there next year, but yeah, absolutely no one here. So let's get on our second ride of the day. Good start to the day.
Really well, Saturday and half term.
I know.
Hey guys, how's it going? You guys ever been on a dino safari before? Well, sit back and prepare to be totally blown away. Quick, there to your right. That's a Myosaura. Oh man, she's got a nest, look, with eggs in it. Now I may come across as a fearless, intrepid explorer. Deep down, I'm a safety man. So please remain seated, keep your arms and legs in the car at all times. And talking about safety, here's my arrow. Good job I had my belt on. It was a bit of a bumpy landing. This fine-looking dino is an iguanodon.
That's our dino.
We're not gonna make it.
Hello, kids. Give me some wave. That's our security guy. He takes pics of everyone that plants them on the wall in Outpost 12 for all to see. Now, this is a very special place. There's a couple of raptors that decided to nest in this old disused tunnel. Look to the left in that recess. There's the eggs. Wow, man, what's that baby? This is incredible. A rare treat for all of us. Oh, cute little ballerina, eh? Whoa, wasn't expecting that. Let's get out of here. Our head is an Albertosaurus. He originally lived in Canada over 70 million years ago. You'll note he's got a head full of sharp teeth, so probably resides near the top of the food chain. Now these fellas to the left are ornitholestes, or they're bird eaters.
Good ride on that. I do enjoy that one. As you could see from the POV, very well themed and very well upkept. I can't get over how clean this park is. Like,
But I just like how the supports have little fences.
and they're not like all covered in moss or anything like that. Anyway, talking of supports, this is our next ride. We're going to be going on this Vekoma Junior Boomerang, which opened alongside the Vekoma Suspended Coaster right next door. This is Velociraptor. Has a slightly different layout to Accelerator at Drayton Manor. And it's a really good, smooth little ride. The only thing I'd say is they've missed a trick. If you look at this ride from the side profile, you have what looks like a long-necked dinosaur. I know it's called Velociraptor, but they could have a long-necked dinosaur, and then like the Ben 10 ride, have a little thing on top that make it a dinosaur head. It would have just fit the theme better, but that's just me. So far this park is absolutely dead, which is unheard of. As Louise said, it's the first weekend of the half term on a Saturday.
Yeah, o'clock, so it's not like it's just open.
A lot of people do head to Peppa Pig World. Obviously this park
I
is
can imagine that gets super busy throughout the whole term.
Anyway, we're going through the cattle pen. This is because it's all themed to Velociraptors, and hopefully be able to get a front row pov on this one as well. So we'll see you on the ride. just come off of Velociraptor, which is the 2015 Vekoma Junior Boomerang roller coaster. What did you think of that, Lou? We got a front rope.
I like that one.
Yeah,
like that one.
very good.
More than the Ben 10 one.
The accelerator. Yeah, they kind of butchered it a little bit. Anyway, walk on all the rides. Sadly, there's one we won't get on today, but we do have the credit already. It is the Dino Chase, which is this little Zera junior coaster over here. Sadly, hasn't completed its circuit. It's just sitting at the end of the ride, and it's only one train. So yeah, it's not completed the circuit. That's a shame. Maybe it's under maintenance, or it has got something wrong with it. So here we go. It's stalled out, but they've got some people working on it. So down for maintenance today. It's not actually a bad little junior coaster. Do you know what?
Fast,
yeah, this little hill here, you get a nice little pop of airtime on that. You get a little bit of ejector from it, which I think is quite cool. Plus, have a look at this adorable little person on the front. So we've come off of Velociraptor, like I said. We're going over to the other end of the park now, have a look at Critter Creek, the Peppa Pig area, the new, for 2020, Tornado Springs that's being constructed at the moment. We'll have a look at that. I'm excited to look at that because the coaster looked amazing from outside the park. So yeah, this was like their first big themed area they did, and Tornado Springs looks like it's going to be even more immersive and amazing. So the water play area is closed for the winter now. They've taken all the pieces off, but this is like a child's play park with water features and all that. Closed for the winter. We've just come round past the log flume to have a look at it. I can't remember whether this is a super soaker. It does look a bit like one. Yeah, definitely a super soaker. It's quite an open park. You can see they've got empty plots everywhere, and over here we've got a Gerstlauer wild mouse, which is called Cobra, a very good one. Just love the layout of this park, so clean and very well kept. Thomas, you're in the wrong park, mate. This is Peppa Pig's turf. She'll have ya. So we're leaving the Lost Kingdom area of the park. We'll be back later to go on Edge and Cobra.
I want to get a pumpkin and place it somewhere.
I don't think you're allowed to just take their pumpkins. They do have baskets to return them, but I don't know. I think there's a pumpkin hunt.
Oh.
They've got a sign up with some queue line etiquette here, which is just the usual theme park spiel. And here's a gauge on how quiet it is. The thing is, Paultons have an app, but they don't give queue times. But we've been here every time on a half term or something along that, and it's we've never had to wait longer than half an hour for a ride. And that was Flight of the Pterosaur. Anyway, we're coming back into the middle of the park where the Zen Garden is. They've got loads of bird enclosures. The actual Paulton estate, the building that this place is built around, is burnt down. I think it burnt down or got demolished. I think it was demolished actually. So there's no actual manor to marvel over. That would just finish this park off, I think, in looks. So Louise has taken us into the Chinese Zen Garden. It's also well upkept. I was even saying to Louise, even little things like sweeping bird poo off of benches and all that, there's no old mess anywhere, is there? It's all fresh bird poo if there's anything on anything. Very well upkept garden. And I love these. They got one of these at the entrance, but a lot bigger. And it's basically a tree that's made of copper, and it's a water feature. So it always drips. So this part of the park kind of reminds me of Drayton Manor a little bit with the style, though I would say this is better upkept and more sparkly. We're just coming to some of the bird enclosures now. Their animals range from birds. They have some meerkats and some other animals in wild Africa, which you'll see past Peppa Pig. We've got some red ibises here.
Oh my god, they were everywhere in America.
Yep, they have them all over Florida, and this little sleeping duck.
Zazu!
It's a hornbill.
It is Zazu.
If you've seen the live action version.
This is where the monarchy is heading. Count me out! But there
he's out.
Gone.
So even the enclosures here look very well upkept, they've got a nice big area to fly around in. There is a net up there.
That's so cool.
They've got some new arrivals here, so they've given them this hand-painted cage so it lets them break in and people can still view them.
I don't understand what's going on here. I don't think it likes it. It's backing up. It's nah. the pipe, doesn't it?
Right, so we're leaving the area with the wildlife and the birds, and we're going back into the other half of the theme park. This is the more older part, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a area called Critter Creek here, which is where there is a very nightmare-inducing themed ride called the Caterpillar. And it's quite literal. Here we go, we've got a sign over here. So you've got like the Besaurus, the Squidgin, so it's like mixing animals together, the Squirm. So yeah, it's quite nightmare-inducing, the art style. But here we got a Zera roller coaster, quite a good layout. It's just like a figure of 8, but it's a good family roller coaster. And yeah, we've been on this one before. We'll probably give it a go now. Looks like it's just queuing in the gate. So yeah, this will be our next ride. Here's a terrifying Shambhala drop. Here we go. Oh god, that pull over the top.
It's not very tight, yeah?
Look at the air time.
Oh, I was slow here.
And we're going for the roll back, this is the weight at the back. So we've just come off of the Caterpillar roller coaster, sat on the back row there as you saw. I don't know, that's the Beastie Burrow. Let's have a look inside the Beastie Burrow. So we're coming to the Beastie Burrow, which I think is new. It looks quite new. Anyway, though, we just went on the Caterpillar, and do you know what? We sat on the back row, and the whip you get over the top of the hill then was quite fast, wasn't it, though? Who's more interested in the
Look at it, back left. Look, it's just chilling.
just doing its breaststroke?
Yeah.
And hold that position.
It's a poisonous frog. That's cool.
What is that fishy?
Right, so we come off of the Caterpillar and went straight into what I believe is new, which was the Beetle Burrow. That was quite impressive, wasn't it? I think it was there, but I don't know whether it was well
I
themed.
just think we never went in there.
Okay, well, it's a little like exhibition of creepy crawlies and geckos, reptiles. But here is what I'm excited about. Look at this. We got Tornado Springs open in 2020, a whole new area which looks absolutely amazing.
So what they got? They got this ride.
So
they got what?
they've got a max spinning roller coaster, which is Storm Chaser. It's in the background. We'll show you some more in detail in a minute. We got a gyro swing ride here, which I believe is going to be a Zampala one, but we don't know. We've got a couple of bounce towers, which again probably Zampala because they probably do a deal on a few rides. We've got a driving school down here, and there's a big restaurant and shop here. And the train goes in and out of it, and the existing ride Buffalo Falls, or well, it wasn't called Buffalo Falls, but it is going to be called Buffalo Falls, is here, which is like a depth charge style ride. Let's go have a closer look at some of the construction that's going on. Got some theming going in and construction on the buildings going in quite well. As we can see, construction is really moving along. This area is going to be open for May of next year. We've got the guys of Ride Construction Services. On a Saturday, they're German, so they're here constructing the rides. So this company here are actually known for building rides and roller coasters. This is a max spinning roller coaster, and they're just putting the finishing touches on. It looks like the circuit is complete. Quite impressive looking coaster, to be honest. Going to be the same style as Euromir, but a bit more modern. Spinner looks quite cool. So you'll be hauled up to this top part. It's going to have a good spin on it, I think. Let's have a look over. These are the ride cars here, Lou. So it's going to be like a wind experiment. So yeah, and there's going to be 3 or 4 of them in a row. And yeah, it looks like the guys from RCS are just putting the final touches on the steelwork. Looking over the fence here, you can see Buffalo Falls. They've actually got some like cows cut out into the woodwork, which is quite cool. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a brilliant family coaster. Great addition to the park. I'm loving the colour of the coaster. Of course, when me and Louise came here at the beginning of the season, we came here and didn't vlog it because it was a totally spur of the moment trip. This was all totally under construction, so it's nice to see that they're bringing it along so quickly and so nicely. I can't wait to get in this area next year. What do you think of the new coaster? Does it look like?
Yeah, it looks really good.
The great thing is that you can't see so much of the theming, but you've got obviously Buffalo Falls, which was an existing attraction, and the theming level on that is amazing. We've also got the station of Storm Chaser here, which I'll be able to get you a shot of. So over there is the station building for Storm Chaser. It's going to be in a barn. Beautiful level of theming there. I'm loving it. So on the top of the lift here, they've got a Polish flag and a German flag and a Union Jack. So must be a few Polish people working on it with the German team, and obviously because it's an English ride. What a beautiful looking coaster. Can't wait to get on this next year. So we're out in the main plaza now. This is where this area is going to be located. So opposite Critter Creek, opposite the big old Venetian carousel. Built a stage up. I don't think this was here earlier in the season. But over to the side we have Peppa Pig World, which is the main draw for a lot of families to this park, and to be honest was the starting point for all these parks like Alton Towers and Drayton Manor getting their CBeebies Land and their Thomas Land. This area draws so many families in, and we're going to have a look around it now. So Louise, you're excited to go into your favourite area of the park?
I'm going to Daddy's Big Tummy Cafe, whatever it is.
Daddy Pig's Big Tummy Restaurant.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. Oh, it's a cafe, sorry. We're just walking past the old train station, which is like a restaurant and food outlet. But here we go, here is Peppa Pig World. We'll probably do some of the rides in here, and Little Africa is on the other side of here where the meerkats and all that are. That's quite a good experience. Let's go in and have a look. Right guys, so as you can see behind me we got Buffalo Falls, and I've had a bit of a costume change.
Yes, orchid.
How like cramped it is in here.
We can believe it.
Should we try and watch me get out?
Yeah, that's why I've got the camera on. That was so easy.
Oh, really wet knee now.
It's worth it for the vlog, love.
So as you can see, they've got loads of like houses here with meet and greets of like Madame Gazelle. These are obviously some of the characters. Louise has run off ahead. She's getting excited for some of the rides. And they've got this giant spider on top. I love the theming they've got for Halloween. Like this
giant spider.
This is a well-themed area all times of year, but the Halloween stuff's brilliant. And then over towards the back, there's Little Africa, which we'll visit a bit later on. So coming round the side of Peppa Pig Land, you can see even more construction from Tornado Springs. We can see they've actually installed the drop towers over here, which do look to be themed Zambrala ones, which looks quite cool. And over here is Buffalo Falls, which has had a total retheme. We've never been on this because it's always been shut, hasn't it, Lou? But I think we're going to do this one quickly before lunch so we can have a look at the construction site of Tornado Springs. So here we can see some of the level of theming that we're getting on this ride. So I'm loving the theming. They've got a little goat up there. That's some good theming considering it's some kiddie drop towers. As we come around here, we got Buffalo Falls, which, like I say, has received a lot of theming, and we can see the station building for Storm Chaser, which will be the new coaster next year. It's very impressive looking.
Cooper Storms. Cooper, you
They've
there?
actually got ride vehicles installed here.
Like Storm Mac is now
Looks
passing
good.
by. When the going gets tough, Tornado Springs gets going. Back to you in the studio, Jeff.
Thanks, Coop. Ain't that the truth, though? We're all built of strong stuff here in the Springs.
I'm liking that. They've got a little radio station, a bit like Amity Cove at Fort Park. Yeah, so like why it's under construction, they're saying there's been a big storm and it's wrecked the whole village. So it looks amazing. Like this concept art behind me looks amazing. So I've just looked over the fence and I'm just standing on a bench at the moment. They've got a ride chain for the ride. That is like moistness there.
We'll be right back with a rock and roll after this commercial break.
Looks like a huge area. So we're going on to Buffalo Falls now. We can get a better view of Tornado Springs, and we've not been on this one before. So, as Louise just said, it's smelling very heavily of paint, and I'm loving the level of theming, Louis. You?
Oh, look.
Just some little viewing platforms there. So this is basically the same sort of ride as Depth Charge at Fort Park. A lot better upkept, but I do like the thing that's on top of Fort Park's one. So we got the brake run and the station, which looks amazing. So we're at the top of the ride now, and you actually get a really good view of Storm Chaser here. It's only about 3 meters away from us. The top of the station's taking shape. It's like a shop over there. And yeah, Storm Chaser's looking pretty good. We've got some great views up here of the surrounding area. It looks like this is going to get some amazing speed. The banking on some of the turns looks pretty impressive, especially down the bottom. Whee! Off of it! So after checking out Tornado Springs and going on Buffalo Falls, let's go. Yeah, Louise did beat me. Let's go grab some lunch. Alright, so it's lunchtime and we stopped off in Daddy Pig's Big Tummy Cafe and got a lot of food because we're not eating until much later. So got a bit of Chicago Town pizza, got a fat milkshake, spelt PH, got a sausage roll just to keep me going a bit later on, and a tiffin which I'll probably save for later. All of that came to about £11.50, which I think is brilliant. Like, that's a lot of food there. Bit excessive, but like I say, I'm not going to eat anything until later. So much later on, because we're driving all the way over to Devon. So we're going to enjoy this in front of the Peppa Pig fountain. Right, so we've had lunch at the Daddy Pig's Big Tummy Cafe, yeah? Yeah, and now I've got a big tummy. We're going to go on some of the more gentler rides in Peppa Pig World. This is Louise's favourite, the flying carriages.
Massive queue.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to look at the queue, but this is what we would like to do next. The flying cars. This was installed last year, I believe, along with Little Africa. And then they've got a little boat ride, which is very similar to the Dora Explorer ride at Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
That's as big though.
Okay, so we're calling off to that one because it's queuing out the front. We'll probably come back to that later.
Yeah.
We're going to go into Little Africa now. As you can see, a lovely themed area there. Alright, so there's a good selection of rides here, including this amazing like steeplechase style ride themed to the dinosaurs, which I think is quite cool.
I think it's George's.
George's dragon, George's dinosaur. Anyway, this is the new area that was built last year, just to give you a look at how good their theming is in this place.
They've really done a lot in the last few years.
Look at this rock work. This is some impressive rock work. That ain't cheap stuff. Anyway, Little Africa is a wildlife area where they have meerkats and other animals that you'd find on the savannah. So here we go, we've got some meerkats just chilling.
I wonder what they make for the rain.
See, I was just about to say, I think that Paultons does Africa better than Chessington do with their wild Africa or area. Obviously where Zufari is, I think this is just much nicer put together, like the theming is much better. And it's better, it's well looked after as well. And there you go, you got the porcupines in there having a sleep.
No.
There they are, just at the back.
No.
Good level of detail here. Look, these are actually wood carved things and they spin around so you can make the puzzle up. Anyway, we're going into the nocturnal house, so we're going to be quiet. So here we got the fennec foxes. There they are, they're over there.
Oh yeah. Two birds.
Willow ball. Everything's having a sleep. I suppose it's the daytime,
It's a
isn't it?
nocturnal house.
Yeah, I shall say. Everything's sleeping because it's the day. So as you saw there, we were just in the nocturnal house and we saw all the animals, but they were all asleep, weren't they? Because I suppose it's the nocturnal house.
I kept having to remind them.
And we're out in the bird enclosure now, where there's loads of birds and they just seem to hang out on the roof and make really loud noises. So literally, you can get so close to them because they're all in here. They just stare at us.
We're in their enclosure right now.
Yeah, just looking at the camera. There's loads of them in here. These ones are the smart ones. They just hide in the lookout area. So we're coming out of Little Africa now. We're going to the watermill. So the watermill was like an original part of the Paultons estate. It doesn't have any attractions at it, but it's quite interesting to look at, isn't it? Because it supports the whole.
A lot of people just walk past this.
Oh yeah, you could totally miss it without. No, I think the first time we ever came here, we missed it. But yeah, you get some beautiful views. There's some of the housing on the estate. Like I say, there are people that live right on top of the park. I imagine that might even be the family that own the park that own that house over there, because they literally have access to the park.
Well.
But yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful park this is. So even these areas that don't really see a lot of traffic are still well looked after, like the posts are not falling down, the path is well kept and swept. Even the perimeter fence of the park is nice. It's not like Thorpe Park or Chessington's where you can see it, it's like an old chain link fence.
All like barbed.
Yeah, well it is barbed at the top. I don't.
Yeah, but it's not like an obvious barb.
It's like a nice happy Peppa Pig barb.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the watermill over here, and like I say, not much traffic comes down here, but this is still functioning. You can actually go to the other side in a minute. I'll show you the watermill in action. But this is.
So was this actually part of the park then? Like, was this like an attraction for them?
Well, it's been here since the estate, and they used it to cut wood and all that.
Oh, do you want to just have a look?
Oh yeah, you press the button and it tells you stuff.
Paultons Watermill. This watermill was built in about 1860 and is a Poncelet shot wheel that is 4.5 metres in diameter.
It's amazing, it all still works.
Right,
Right, so we come round to the other side, and here is the actual water wheel itself. So it collects water from the stream, which I think this is connected to a river, and comes through here, gets caught in the buckets, and then the weight of the water pushes the wheel around. There we go, World of Coaster's giving you a lesson on water wheels. And over here is the control for opening and closing the channel that they've built under the road to the water wheel. So you can stop it running if you want. And just past the water wheel there is an enclosure for pelicans. But these don't get a lot of traffic.
They're not so overlooked.
Wow, they're absolutely ginormous.
Do they get any water?
Yeah, that's connected over
they got
there.
some.
Right, so we are going round to the Big Boo Barn in a minute, aren't we?
Is that like the big blue house?
I don't know. It says that it's a maze, but it's obviously family friendly.
I'm excited for that. I'm hoping you get free things.
I know I said earlier that the park's app doesn't show queue times. It actually does now. It actually is a lot better than it used to be.
Shopping discovery whilst looking at the pelicans.
And we were looking at the queue times, and the longest queues in the entire park are Peppa Pig Land. Flight of the Pterosaur and Cobra Belly have 10-minute queues.
Yep.
So we're gonna.
It's like that's the one benefit of being an adult, like in a couple.
Oh yeah.
No one else is like going to be doing the thrill rides like all day.
Yeah.
We won't go on the Peppa Pig ride.
I love the Flight of the Pterosaur. It's one of my favourite family coasters. But the time it's only just 20 to 2, so we've got ages. We've still got Edge to do, which is like a Zampala Mega Disco, and we've got Cobra to do, which is a Gerstlauer.
The drop tower.
Oh, and the drop tower, yeah.
Is it magma or something?
Yeah, I wonder if that'll be going when they build the new ones.
No.
Well, because you won't have two of the same
I'll buy
attractions.
I've got £1.
So the train at the moment, that's an upside down boat though. The train at the moment that goes around Peppa Pig Land and will be going around Tornado Springs is currently closed because of course it goes into Tornado Springs, which is under construction. So as we walk along here, we're skirting along the side of Peppa Pig World. Oh, someone's having a bit of trouble with their car. Needs a new starter motor, mate. But yeah, literally, this is the train track here. Obviously it's not running. There is no fence between here and there, so it's just one of those family trust things. Louise, you crazy person. Okay, so we come over to where the pirate ship is. Apparently this is the Big Boo Barn here, but it appears to be closed. So I don't know whether it's open or this is the back or what, I don't know. Just gonna have a look in the tortoise hut now, which is where Louise is.
You like tortoise?
Big old tortoise there.
No.
So we've come around the other side and here is the queue for the Big Boo Barn. Yeah, we thought this was a carousel, but it's actually a teacup side. Wow. And here is the Big Boo Barn. Are we going to do this, Lou? Let's have a look. It will be in the dark, it can be noisy.
Good morning, everyone. You're brave. Welcome to the Big Boo Barn. You made it through the stampede then? Was utter chaos out there? Knock knock. Interrupting cow. No! Halloween's my favourite time of the year. All those sweets and pumpkins and spooky music. Did you hear about the farmer who had 18 cows in his field? When he rounded them up, he had 20.
Are you gonna sing?
Once a year the full moon glooms, children dress in costumes.
Jack-o'-lanterns come alive and sing this foolish tune.
Witches fly upon their brooms, spirits rise from their tombs.
Badgers at midnight will hunt for candy to consume.
Little kitties all beware of fearsome frights and sneaky scares.
Ghosts and goblins prowl about to catch you unaware.
Better find a good disguise to blend in if you're wise.
Go from door to door and you'll collect a sweet surprise.
Creepy, crawly, slime and goo, werewolves howl and zombies drool. Something's waiting in the dark to jump out and yell boo! Monsters roaming everywhere, tag along if you dare. You will have a night of frights and fun beyond compare. Once a year the full moon glooms, children dress in costumes. Jack-o'-lanterns come alive and sing this foolish tune. Witches fly upon their brooms, spirits rise from their tombs. Creatures of the night will hunt for candy to consume.
Little kitties all beware of fearsome frights and sneaky scares.
Ghosts and goblins prowl about to catch you unaware.
Better find a good disguise to blend in if you're wise.
Go from door to door and you'll collect a sweet surprise. Creepy, crawly, slime and goo, werewolves howl and zombies drool. Something's waiting in the dark to jump out and yell boo! Monsters roaming everywhere, tag along if you dare. You will have a night of frights and fun beyond compare. Look out,
Ready,
take
go
care.
on the
Ghosts and goblins prowl about to catch you unaware.
Ready?
Don't run, don't stay.
One.
They just want to wish you all a happy Halloween.
And when
And
there'll be
no discipline, you silly chickens. And as for you, Pumpkin Judy, you should know better.
Oh, but I love Halloween, Bossy. So much fun trick-or-treating.
Stop with the sports! You silly chickens. So excitable.
Oh, leave off, Dad. I like the chickens. And besides, they get a bit scared this time of year because it's Halloween.
What is there for them to be frightened of, Walter? Fenton the Fox only comes out at Easter.
Oh, well, there's lots I'm scared of. A hairy old werewolf howling at the moon. A scary old witch flying on her broom. Bats and bugs. Ugly spiders. Get your corn and apple cider. Jack-o'-lantern smile all right the way.
Right, so we've just come out of the Big Boo Barn and they were more than accommodating to let us film on there, which is a first for a scare mazes like anywhere. And as you saw, that was a really well put together family maze.
Really good.
It was really good. It was
the little songs and
like, it had the projector pumpkins, the animatronics. I thought it was really, it was
the
short.
only thing I thought about that projector pumpkin, you know the big one?
Yeah.
His mouth was a little bit low, but that's just being really, really picky.
But I thought that was really good. We waited about 20 minutes for that, and yeah, there was an actor at the end, like just as a dog or a cat.
I don't know.
And they tried to scare us at the end, like full part front and stuff, because they saw we were a couple and we were right at the back.
Yeah.
Really well put together maze. I fully enjoyed that.
Scare us.
No, the dog outfit.
Because we're just
hardcore.
We're just hardcore. We used to fall apart.
But yeah, that was brilliant. That was like very well put together. Anyway, we're coming back round to the entrance now. We're going to get a coffee and go through the main shop.
You know, I'm finding that we're getting older as we as we go on in this video.
Yeah, we're just having a nice relaxed day. Anyway, we're coming round to the front part where the entrance to Tornado Springs will be. We're coming where Owl's Auto Academy will be, which will be like a, like Lego driving school style ride with a walkway across it. See what they've done in the way of construction. So there's a building there. I wonder if that's going to be where the cars park up and charge. They'll probably be electric. And all the groundwork is well underway. This is the walkway up here. So this will be that bit there, which will mean that the building will almost be like a station building down here. Anyway, as I was saying earlier, it looks like they've completed construction of the track. No chain or brake has been put in yet, but obviously the track is all in place now. And away from Tornado Springs, you can really see how many pumpkins this park has. It's going to be like contesting with Europa Park at this rate. They're absolutely everywhere. So we come round into the main shop as you come into the main building. Just have a quick browse before we carry on with our day towards Cobra and Edge. Good selection of merch in here, sweets and toys and Peppa Pig merch. So much on sale, and it's all at a reasonably good price. So we had a coffee in the main entrance building, and now we're heading back over to the Lost Kingdom, and I don't know what the area is called with Cobra.
That's actually a cute picture.
Louise has got her Polaroid camera today.
I got someone to take a picture of us because it's always just me or you on your own.
It's a very awkward camera because it's got like such a close angle lens. It's like...
You need someone, like he had an actual camera, so I was like, I'm getting him.
Yeah, because with the Polaroid you only get the one shot. Anyway, some more bird enclosures along here in this absolutely gorgeous garden. Look at this water feature, Lou.
I never noticed it before.
We haven't been around this bit before. So we're on our way over towards Cobra, the Gerstlauer wild mouse. And behind me you can see what I mean when this park has room to expand. These plots of grass here are literally just waiting for rides. At the moment they're picnic areas, but like you got one here, and then through here there's another huge field all ready to expand. This has been like it for ages around this side of the park, but this is the reason we're in this area of the park. They've got the Gerstlauer wild mouse. This is a good ride, isn't it, Louise? It's quite intense though. As you go around the corners on the top up just where this one's going now, it doesn't really trim much on the brakes, so let's have a look what it's running like today. Yeah, that's looking quite fast and whippy. So guys, again, this looks like it might have a 5-10 minute queue, if that. We'll see you on the ride, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is a favourite. I can see the car!
Goodness, my earrings, they're gonna be gone.
Oh! 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 Got the pain! No trim brakes here. Hey! Whoa! Hey!
Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
So we have just come off of Cobra, the Gerstlauer wild mouse. That was a good ride, that, wasn't it? I do like that one. As you saw in the POV, they don't really use their trim brakes on that at all.
That's good.
Yeah, it is a good thing because trim brakes really take, you know, like a lot of momentum out of rides sometimes. Plus, it can kind of hurt. But you go around those corners so fast. Anyway, I think we're going to go over to Edge in a second, and then we got the Doctor, and I think we're going to do a re-ride on Flight of the Pterosaur. Then have a look at what the time is. Brilliant ride, probably about a 10-minute wait for that, maybe slightly longer. It's got slower operations because I think it's only running 4 cars at the moment. Maybe even 3 actually. Yeah, it looks like it's only running 3 trains, so you got 1 just gone over the hill and 2 in the station. But yeah, good operations from those at Paultons, so having a great day so far, are you? Yes. Good. Even in these more generic areas of the park, it's still really clean and really fresh looking. Like you can see here, we got the Zampala Disco, the jumbo one, and they've actually got this like path in place so they can expand into the field behind. Louisa's darted off ahead, but this is going to be our next ride. On Edge there, literally no queue, just had to wait for it to cycle, didn't we?
We had to have the seatbelt extenders for our big legs.
I think every adult has to have extenders on that one because like it's just not a long seatbelt. It has a seatbelt that goes across before the bar comes up behind you, and every single adult has to have one basically.
They haven't got like enough.
No, they don't. So I had to literally squeeze it on. Anyway, we're going around to, I think this one's called Magma. It's the Zampala bounce tower, a gyro tower as well, so it spins. I believe this is similar to what's going in at Chessington World of Adventures actually. This one's very well themed into the side of a volcano, yeah. And I'll also film on ride. You may have noticed that last one was cut short because my SD card filled up. But luckily I had one where it had been on in my bag recording for an hour and a half, so I've still got loads of room. Anyway, here's the next ride.
Luckily you've got that to watch.
Magma, next ride of the day. We have just come off of Magma. There's the, I believe it's the Zampala bounce tower behind us.
Oh, so good.
It is good.
I like that feeling in my tummy.
If it's to be what I believe, I think the one that Chessington again that's replacing the Ramesses Revenge ride is going to be one of them, and that'd be quite impressive. Anyway, as you just saw, they've got some go-karts here, which are an upcharge attraction.
We've done them before.
We've done them before.
Are very fun.
They are very fun. They're quite fast. They're like petrol run ones, and I believe it only costs about $3.50 a car. So it's not too badly priced, and they give you quite a while. You know, good like 10-15 laps. We're just coming back in towards the Lost Kingdom. We're going to find something to get to drink, and then I think we're going to do a couple of re-rides on like Flight of the Pterosaur. And then it's probably going to be about time to go because it's coming up to 5 o'clock, believe it or not.
It's a long journey back.
It's £4 per go-kart, but you can have 2 people in a go-kart. So the level of detail, like these are by no means like Disney level animatronics, but they move and they're huge. Like look at this, ginormous. I've never seen him before.
I suppose we're always like, we're never coming from that direction.
No, and here's the 2 signature rides.
Got a bit of a queue.
Will do. Busiest ride in the park. We're gonna get a drink first. We're back where it all began. Flight of the Pterosaur, or if you pronounce the P, Petrosaur. Probably about a 10-minute queue for this one. Great Vekoma roller coaster though, this one. So we've just come off of Flight of the Pterosaur again, just a quick 10-minute queue for that. Good run, that's running much faster than earlier. I didn't see the point of really filming the POV that time, we were nearer the back. Anyway, it's now coming up to 4:45, so the park shuts in 15 minutes, so I'm quite happy to call it a day now. I had a really good day here. What about you, Lou?
Yeah.
This park is amazing. It is a really good family park. I hope all the best to it, don't you?
Yeah, I just can't wait to come here like in the future, the next 5 years.
Oh yeah, the Tornado Springs looks amazing.
Going in the right direction. Everything they've done recently,
Definitely.
since like 2015, it seems, is really improved.
Oh yeah, it seems to have just shot up since then. But yeah, we'll probably be back here next season in about March, and then we'll of course be here for the opening day of Tornado Springs and that amazing looking spinner, if possible. Yeah, we'll get here as soon as possible, whatever. But yeah, that new roller coaster does look amazing. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave the vlog here. Hope you've enjoyed it. By all means, leave a like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow us on Instagram, links in the description. And we'll see you in the next video. See you later.